Hey, folks, Dustin House here. My guest, Christen Evans. We're doing Real Talk Friday. What's up, Evans? How we doing?
Not much. Happy Valentine's Day, bud.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. I guess. Oh yeah. Does Restream do that thing where it pops off? No.
No, but I mean, heart hands is always in style.
Oh wait.
Always.
Oh, fantastic. Any topics you wanna talk about today?
Well, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, why don't we talk about the things we love about affiliate marketing?
Okay, I'll try to find something. Uh,
I mean, bud, you're still in the industry. There's got to be something, unless you're just like a glutton for punishment.
it's part of it. It's what I know. Okay. How about you go first?
I can go first. Relationships. The relationships that I've built. I mean, I feel like that's like the easiest, cheesiest nugget. But yeah, the relationships I've built. I mean, I guess you and Nick are kind of included in that. But
Sure.
there's a lot of people that I've made really good friends with over the last decade that I never would have gotten the opportunity to make friends with had I not been in this industry. But then, there's also the relationships with publishers that create wins for clients. I have a couple really good campaigns going on with like the Skim and Bro Bible that never would be possible if I hadn't like spent the time doing the work to build the relationships to be able to get this stuff off the ground. So I think, yeah, the relationships is the number one thing for me.
Oh, fabulous. All right. And totally dig that. I think through your life, you kind of cycle through your, grade school friends into your high school friends, into your college friends, and now you've got work friends, but like industry friends is the next evolution. And that's where we're at in our life right now. I don't know what the next step is. We'll attack that when we get there. But I'm really enjoying this community that I've grown throughout the time. And like every affiliate summit, I make one or 10 new acquaintances that I want to be friends with. And then when I make one really good friend from an old acquaintance, because I get to spend more time with them.
I think
Um,
that's like so fun. It's so fun. I mean, we watched Nick. I think I can't remember if you were right there, but Nick made a new bestie at Affiliate Summit, and like literally watching it happen was the funniest thing in the world.
yeah.
And I remember a few years ago, I had the same thing with Chad Waite, who was somebody. He's not really an affiliate anymore, but he was at Avant Link for a while. But I remember so vividly, like it was one of those things. It was the year that I was up against him for the Advocate Award,
Mm.
or maybe like the year after or something. But um, I remember so many people were like, "You guys haven't met each other yet?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't met Chad. Chad hasn't met me, whatever." And the moment we met, like we did a high five, but it was like room shattering high five. Like it was so loud and resonated. And it was just kind of one of those like sparks and vibes that I was like, this is why I love this. This
Hmm.
is so fun.
I think I'm just realizing that I am not on LinkedIn right now. Yeah, and that's like where all of our audience is. So,
That's amazing.
LinkedIn event is connected. All right, technical difficulties. All right, now we're in.
Okay.
Well, let's see if it starts it from the beginning or just moves it from here. I had that experience with Nick. Like Sarah Biscow would be the one that saw that happen, just as you saw it with Nick and Jake this year. But that was 5+ years ago at this point.
Man, I would have
Um,
loved to be a fly on the wall to see you and Nick meet.
well, it wasn't the first time we met. It was the first time we like fell in love, right?
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
well, we
I can't
realized
remember the first time you and I met IRL. Was it at Plaid Street?
uh, you and we'd met before, but that was the time we were hanging out with Jana and karaokeing at Plaid Street was the time like we really
Yeah,
got together
yeah.
and
That
connected.
was so fun. We need to
Yeah.
do another karaoke night, man. That
I
was
mean,
great.
you do, yeah. Like
You rocked it. You
you're
had fun.
good at it. I yeah. maybe I'm good, but I don't enjoy it necessarily. But it is a muscle that I need to strengthen every once in a while, so I'm okay with that.
I'm a terrible singer, but I love to have fun. So it's just one of those moments where I don't mind embarrassing myself. And I think that's like the ultimate theater kid in me, where I'm like, oh, a stage, I'll get up on it. No
Yeah.
problem.
Oh, awesome. Uh, so this week, a little something like another opportunity came into my network and to do something else. And like, I have such a hard time saying no to things
Yeah.
that have a lot of opportunity for a new revenue stream. And like, I'm just doing way too much already. And I had to say no. And I feel bad about it. And I don't know how to get over that.
Yeah. I mean, I understand those feelings. I would say that like sometimes if those feelings linger a little bit too long with me, I have to kind of like pivot and see if there's a way that I can like still fit it in, but maybe not at the full scope of the opportunity. Like, see if I can like work with it, but not have it be like overwhelming as far as time commitment. Especially if it seems like something that could be like fun, interesting, and maybe flex some new muscles or challenge you in a new and different way. I mean,
Hmm.
this is the first time that we've talked about this. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear more offline. Um,
Oh, yeah. I
but
mean,
it's always
it's
hard to say no to stuff, and you and I are not good at that. Like, we're not good at saying no because, opportunity is opportunity, and I think we both kinda live by, like, the no regrets. Kinda
Burger.
we always regrets. It's that play on, like, a tattoo that says "no regrets," but is
Mhm.
misspelled. No regrets. I think that you and I kind of both live by like, oh, we don't want to miss an opportunity because like that would suck. But sometimes we have to say no, and that also sucks.
We do. We do.
Yeah.
Um, if it's not the right fit, if you are out of capacity of like, I don't wanna ruin my marriage and my children's relationship, so, like,
No.
I can't, uh, dip into that well, like, I
Yeah.
refuse to, so, um, just had to say no and move on, but, you did bring up something else I love about this industry, and that is challenge, like, this industry is not easy, it is always adapting and evolving, and you have to stay ahead of the game, and if you don't, then you fall behind, and, AI is one of those things, like, I refuse to let go at this point because I don't wanna fall behind, but the challenge about it all, I really love that aspect of this industry.
I feel like if you aren't challenged, then you're not evolving. And I mean, this industry has changed so much in the 12 years that I've been in it. I mean, so much. And like a lot of it is funny because some of it's cyclical change, like we see with publishers and their models a lot of times, like we'll see an increase in publishers being great with just CPA, and then we'll see another increase in them being like, oh no, we want flat fee and then also CPA on it. And, we're kind of in that spot right now where they are wanting a flat fee plus a CPA. And that's an ebb and flow. That's like the roller coaster of the industry. But then, yeah, AI, definitely another huge challenge, whether it's addressing, affiliate applications and are they AI generated, or even affiliate content, like how much of that
Mhm,
is real human and how much of that is like let's just churn out as much content as possible, and is that the kind of quality content that we want to work with, and being able to kind of discern that. And I mean, certainly from like an affiliate manager side, having to evolve and adapt to be able to tell those differences is a big kind of part of the job right now.
mhm. I was talking to my buddy Orlando over at Truly Free today, and, uh, one of the concepts that came up and a challenge I see in this industry is that learning ability to go from, your junior 0 to 3 years, like, you get to that 3-year mark and you think you know everything, and one of those things that you're missing in that realm is the recognition of potential. I think that's something you
Mm.
evolve into in, like, maybe year 8 or something, of where you can very confidently look at something, review the numbers, like review a media kit, review the website and sniff it out if it's garbage or not,
Yeah.
and make an evaluation of, yes, this is a good idea. Let's continue down this road. But like before that mark, like it takes a special talent to be able to recognize that kind of vision.
Yeah, the historical industry knowledge, that's something that, can be passed down, but it's really kind of difficult, like, you have to have a really solid mentor to be able to
Hmm.
kinda guide you in that, but it's really something that is learned over time, being able to, so, like, applications, let's just go back to that, for instance. I know a lot of senior affiliate managers, affiliate directors who still, despite whatever team they have, who still manage the applications, the incoming applications for their programs to this day, just because they have that knowledge of being able to kind of filter through the BS really quickly and really easily. There are some very recognizable patterns. There used to be an industry guru, quote unquote, bleh, who was like teaching a bunch of people on how to like be affiliates, and their domains had a very recognizable pattern. And so, as you're just looking at applications and you saw that pattern in the domains, it was really easy to be like, oh, no, that's not going to be a quality partner because this person is not teaching quality material.
Ah,
Right now, it's a matter of like looking at, the domains, but then also looking at like, does that name look like it would be somebody associated with this major publisher? Because we're getting a lot of, fraudulent, we always have, but fraudulent applications that are spoofing major existing publishers, So being able to discern like, are they already in our program, or like, is that really who that partner is, and being able to do that quickly without it being a time suck is another kind of one of those historical industry knowledge pieces that really only is gained from doing the job over and over again.
yes, agreed. And even more than that, like I find through the years, my memory base, I lose some context for some things, but like I continue to grow my knowledge base for like all the companies out there in the world. Like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, I know that person over at that company, or like I can initiate that very quickly, and that only comes with experience. You can't just memorize a phone book of affiliates and like know who they are. You have to have some kind of relationship with them, something to tie back into and remember and recall their name very quickly, which makes me dangerous at some point. So when people ask, for opinions on what I've got, I'm very open and transparent about what my opinions are on those people, and the way that we interact throughout history reflects on how I express my interest or
I
disinterest
don't
in
always
them.
think that's a bad thing either, though. I mean, obviously, like, there's a difference between like, talking crap and like, being I can't, what's the word? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Like magnanimous, not magnanimous, but like being civil about
Magnanimous.
it.
Okay.
But there are people that I like literally, if you say, there's a couple of people that if you say their name, my face is going to tell you everything you need to know.
I'm
And I would,
familiar.
and I think you're one of those people too, where it's like, we wear our emotions on our sleeves, very, very much when it comes to, relating with people. And occasionally, like, you'll just find somebody that's like, oh, hard no. Never
Yeah.
mind. That's everything.
Yeah. There is a top 10 list in my mind of, like, affiliate marketing all-stars that are my best of friends in this industry, and then there's a not top 10 that is hidden over here that, doesn't get talked about, and
Yeah.
I I don't need to spoil anybody's day, about talking about any of them, but they're in my mind, in my database, and it's very, um I don't know. It comes in and out.
Mhm.
Everybody's moving in that world as well.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, if I have somebody who, is part of kind of my trusted circle, like even like my trusted outer circle, who asks my honest opinion on somebody that's probably on my, bottom 10 list, I'm going to give them an honest answer, mostly because I'm an honest person, but also because like I don't want to say, oh, yeah, I don't want to waffle around the situation and have it come and backfire on me. Like,
Mm.
a lot of people will, for lack of a better phrase, pussyfoot around stuff.
Mhm.
And I just don't find that's helpful to anybody. I think that, much like not gatekeeping educational information or relationships, I think that that's very helpful to have like honest feedback about when things don't work and why and that helps people be able to keep red flags or like keep their eyes out for red flags.
Mhm. All right. Well, that's our time today. Next week, we'll bring our top 10 most hated people in the industry list to Real Talk Friday, and we'll just talk shit about them the whole time. How about
Oh my god, could you imagine?
stay tuned? Come back next week for that episode. Uh, all right. I love you.
I love you. Thank you for putting all of this together. Thanks for having all of this. One thing that I also love is that we got such good feedback at Affiliate Summit. So it sounds like a lot of people love Nerd Out. So thank you to all of you who are watching and watch every week. We love you the most.
Yes. Love the audience, and thanks for listening. We'll see you out there, guys. Take care.
Bye.